Hey guys, today I'll be showing you what I think is the best way to trade stands and items in Stand Up White. So I'll be giving you an example on how to trade stands and also how to trade items. So first I'm going to be showing you guys how to trade stands. How to trade stamps, what in my opinion is the best way to trade stands. So this one does require a bit of patience. What I normally do is I just play the game as I would, and then I do check in chat every once in a while for a message such as this, or a message similar to this one, which is like, I wish I had a cause. You can switch out cause with any other stand, and then, or you can it can just mean a different phrase, but something that has the same meaning as I wish I had blank stand. And then what you will do is you can private chat them. Actually, first you're going to use /check. So you're going to use /check and then the person who sent that message. So in this case, Lyrical Zod. And then you can check that one. You can see, oh, they have that stand. Maybe you want that stand. Maybe they have a stand that you want. Maybe just a good stand overall. They might be able to trade for a stand that you may want. And then once you do that, you can, if they have a stand that you want, you'll do private chat. I'll explain to you why private chatting them is so important after I demonstrate this, after I demonstrate how to do the trading. So you're going to do private chatting, which is /W and then their username. So it should put it in automatically. So like /W Lyrical Zod. And then I am now private chatting to Lyrical Zod. Okay, so for this one, you will tell them that you want to trade with them. So say, like, I have the stand that you want. Want to trade? And then you can send that message to you. I don't know. Oh, yeah, it's repeating, so that's why. But you can send that message, and they're most likely going to say yes because they want that stand that you have. They even said it. They're saying, I wish I had blank stand. So now they will most likely say yes, and then you can either trade them or they can trade you. But if you're trading them, make sure to, before you use a trade, use /check again to make sure they haven't changed their stand. And then, once you do that, once they do make sure that they haven't changed their stand, use /trade. And then there'll be a little, you can click on, if they click on accept, which they most likely will do, and they answered yes, it will say, are you sure you want to have blank stand? Make sure it's the exact stand that you wanted. And then you can click on yes, and then you both will get the stands that you want. Okay, so now I'll show you guys the reason why I think you should private chat. So for this one, also, it's pretty much, you don't have to do the extra step if they are trading you. Just make sure that they're giving you the stand that you want when it pops up in like the little trade message. Okay, sorry about that. Now let's get into why you should private chat. So the reason I say you should private chat is for two main reasons. The number one reason is that it will bring less attention to the person that you are trying to trade. If you bring more attention to the person that you're trying to trade, more people are going to say, it might reach more people because people might have saw your message. So they'll be saying, oh, I can trade you too. And then you might not get the trade and maybe the other person will. And then the second reason, this one is pretty much the main reason why I like to private chat. It is the reason that you might be saying like, I have a tough cause. If you say something like that, or just say, I have a cause, somebody might use /check on you, and then they might say, oh, I have a godly cause, and then they will get the offer because like, oh, the godly cause is going to be way better than a tough cause overall, and that's better attack damage, much better attack damage. So they're gonna be getting the trade and not you. So that's why I always just insist that you should use private chat instead of public chat. Okay, so now that is how you trade stands in Stand Up White and some other games as well. At least that's what I think is the best way. And I'll give you I actually did use that example to just get the stand, so it is pretty helpful. Okay, so my next one is the item trading. So for item trading, what this one is, it's a bit more complicated because there is no specific /trade system like there is for stands. You cannot use like /trade, and then you won't. It will only give you an option for trading stands. It will not allow you to trade items, which is a pretty big issue, I think, but that's why this trick comes in right here. So it completely prevents you from getting scammed, pretty much. So what this is that you're going to be waiting. It's going to be this first part that you're going to be doing, the same exact thing that I showed you right here. You're going to be waiting for somebody to say that they want an item that you have, and they're going to be giving you a certain offer for it. So an example is trading an alt diary for a cause mask. So I commonly see this for some reason. So you can actually, so for this one, you're going to be waiting for somebody to say it. You're going to be saying, I have a cause mask. Do you want to trade? And then they could say yes. They're most likely to say yes because they're asking for the trade, literally. And then you can walk up to them saying, meet me at Dummies or wherever you want to meet up, and then you can talk to them there. And then what you're going to want to do is say, you give the item first. And also, just want to let you guys know, you probably already know this, but alt diary and cause mask can be changed throughout any other item in the game. So you say you give the item first, because if you do not give the item first, if you give the item first and not them, you either get really lucky and then they don't scam you, but you're most likely gonna get scammed by, they're gonna either try to scam you by not giving you the item, or they'll just leave the game outright. So you make sure you say you give the item first, and then they'll most likely say no because they don't want to be scammed, or they are scammed themselves. So if they say no like that, you're gonna be saying you give the item first, or I will not trade. And then they're most likely going to say, I changed my mind, I'll trade you there, but they might not. That's what happened to me when I was doing my trade. And then, once they do say that, if they say no to that, this one, it's just like a last resort. If they said no, they're most likely not going to trade you. Maybe they might not trade you, but this is the last resort. If you say never mind, they either will not trade you, or they will say, I changed my mind. So just tell them never mind right in their face, and then walk off. Maybe you can even walk off with the item that they want. And then they might say, yes, I changed my mind. I do want to trade. That's what happened to me after I said never mind and walked off. So you go walk back to them, and then they give you the item first by using /hand item or /drop item, and then you give the item afterwards. And then that prevents you from getting scammed. For this one, you can take advantage of them wanting the item. I commonly see this one for people trying to trade items. You can tell if they want an item super badly or not based off the item that they're giving for it. So for this one, my example, I said trading an alt diary for a cause mask. Alt diaries are rarer than cause masks, I'm pretty sure. So you can probably tell, they really, really want the cause mask if they're going to be giving an ultimate diary for it, or a saint's corpse for it. So you can say, I'll trade you, not that, you can use that to your advantage because they either have no patience and they really want that item that you have, or they might be thinking that they might not be able to get this offer in any other server, so they might want to just be in this server and say, hey, I want to trade you. So you can use that to your advantage because they really want the item, and so you can get the item you want, and then they can get the item they want. Okay, so that is my guide for how to trade stands and items and stand up white, and also for some other games that have trading. So I do want to give a few huge shout-outs before I do end this video off. Shout out to Utter Sebastian, Toothmoth Oat, XX Deku Gamer, XX12, Demon Pursuer, and then Blackie5454, Kelly's Hyper, and then Gabe 8Day. Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully this will help you out. Bye, guys!